Hello, this video demonstrates how to create and then extract log files that are generated by the uSCADA P software. First, if we start the software, I've created an interface that will generate some log files for us.
Modbus link established.
If we look at the interface that I've created a digital input on the first line, and I've selected input states, include states log. On the next line, I've asked for a analog input that the alarms include in states log. I've selected that there, and I've used a digital output, and digital outputs and analog outputs are included in state logs. Changes to them are included automatically. Then in options, I also have selected create states archive and create analog archive. Any digital state changes are logged in one file, and analog archive points are logged in another. So if we start the interface, battery starts off normal. I've got a battery, a motor status, and a motor enable. If I enable the motor, I'll start to drop the battery voltage slowly.
Drive motor running. First battery warning. Second battery warning. Third battery warning.
So there we go, there's a couple of digital events that can be logged, and I'll turn the motor off also. As I've been running this,
Drive motor stopped. Drive motor running.
The analog archiver has been archiving data points. There's a bit of a running lineup of information on the right hand side. First of all, in the log, we've got a little indication of what's been included. There's analog inputs, and there's state changes on analog inputs, LADs, and then there's digital input is included, and the digital output is included on the log. The states log currently contains 14 elements, which we'll look at the minute, and the analog archiver, there's an indication of where it is in the archive process. It's archiving now, and then there's a number of analog logs which have been taken. And what we can do now then, if I stop this, and then exit the program completely, then if we use a file viewer, first of all we'll probably have to, we'll get out, I'll dig away back in. You have to find the installation directory of the software, so I know it's in this location, and sit down here, uSCADA. I ran that project I just ran was project number 2, and there'll be a log within there. There's two log files. There's the analog log, which we can view using the software also, and these are the battery voltage taken at the different time indexes which are included here. The times and the measured value is there, and then in the states log we can see that the system interface was started at that time index. The communications to the slave were commenced at that point. We've got the starting states of the interface, so the input was stopped, the battery was normal, the digital output was inactive. Then I enabled the output, the motor started running, and then I dropped the battery voltage to bring in the digital alarms. I then disabled the output, which stopped the motor. Then I activated the output, which started the motor running again, and then I stopped the interface running at that time index. Let's see if we can take a closer look at the log file. There you go, it might be a bit clearer now. Yeah, they're the four analog records from the time we run the interface. And that's it. They can the CSVs, they can be opened in Excel, and you can create graphs if you require them. Thank you very much. Hope this has been useful.